I'm Sasha.
And I'm Serafina, and welcome back to our SNS podcast. Today's guest is Kelly the Ghost Pavlik.
Kelly grew up in nearby Youngstown and graduated from Louisville High School.
After finishing high school, Kelly became a professional boxer in the year 2000.
In 2007, Pavlik had a match against Jermaine Taylor and became the world middleweight champion.
Pavlik finished his career with a record of 40-2 with 34 wins by knockout.
Now let's get on to the interview. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming on our podcast.
Well, thanks for having me.
We're going to jump into the questions. What was it like growing up in our area, and how did it shape you as a boxer?
A lot of people consider Youngstown a blue-collar work area and blue-collar town, and I think that kind of fit me, my style of boxing, and, a lot of the other champions from Youngstown. Ray Mancini was a tough, hard-nosed brawler. Harry Arroyo was a tough fighter, so a lot of the athletes, Youngstown put out a lot of NFL players and D1 college football, so I think that's how, just rough and tough.
What was your favorite part about growing up here?
Well, I don't know. Just the community, the people, I would say the fans, because I started at a young age too, so I had fans, coming up, but it was a strong community.
The next question is, what inspired you to start boxing, and who were your biggest role models when you were our age?
I would say I never really had a role model. I just liked the sport a lot, so I follow a lot of the top boxers and kind of learned from them. My brothers were the reason why I got into boxing. They were older and they were going down to the gym, and I just wanted to follow them, but the parents didn't let me much at the beginning until a couple years later. They finally gave me the okay to box, so that was it.
Did you think about doing anything else before boxing?
Yeah, I loved baseball. I loved football. That was, I wanted to be, I guess you could say I wanted to be a professional athlete, whatever sport it was.
What was the hardest part about becoming a world champion, and how did you stay focused?
That's a really good question. Hard work with everything, and I would tell all the kids here, hard work, and it's something that you have to do and practice and keeping your head at all times. It was really hard, it was 7 hours a day of training. There was a lot of times that I thought about, quitting, or maybe I would or think about losing. A lot of points that and times that come in, but it's just about staying hard, focusing on what you have in front of you and your goal, and trying to accomplish that.
What's some advice you could give kids to pursue what they want to be when they grow up?
That's exactly it. Pursue what you want, set your mind to it. If that's what you want to do and you're sure about it, everything takes time, everything takes work. That's the unfortunate part. I wish there was a easier way to do it and go about it, but it's putting time into it, and if you feel like you're working hard, just always look around and see what everyone else is doing, and I would compare yourself to that to make sure that you're working as hard, and if not harder, to get the goal that you want.
The last question is, do you have any advice for kids to help them reach their goals, whether it's in a sports or something else?
Yeah, kind of just going off of what the last question was, it is, people say not to do that or go off what others think, but that's really how it is. I mean, put your time, your energy, everything into what you want, what your goal is, and then also, keep an eye around people around you that are working for their goals, that are in the same field, or sports is a big one, measure yourself by, the other kids on the team. If you want to be successful, you always got to feel like you're putting the most work in, and you should, to get you to the point where you want to be.
What are you up to nowadays?
I'm up to a lot. I got a charitable organization. That's pretty cool. Yep. Knock them off. Yep. Freestyle now. Yeah, I got a boxing gym that I train kids through the charitable organization. I have a fitness weightlifting gym that I train kids. I do sports testing where we test kids 40-yard dash and, vertical jumps. That's all part of the charitable as well. Promote music. I have fun doing that. Now that I'm retired, I work with comedians and musicians, and it's I'm all over the place. So having fun and staying busy.
Thank you for coming on our podcast.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
That's a wrap. We're out.